Hi everyone. At the last chapter meeting, I had given some tips on how you cast your vote for the best speakers. But for those of you who could not make it to the 23rd chapter meeting, I would like to repeat here some of the tips which I gave earlier, and also for your memory so that you can take that and remember that. Now, every prepared speech given to you is actually a project speech. The project is like same thing as you used to get in your school days. So if a teacher gives you a project, you must know what she wants from you. The same way in your manuals it's written there, what project are you supposed to do, what are the objectives of it, and you must take care of that. So when you vote for your best speakers, you must see that he has met the objectives. The speech may be very good, but if the objectives are not met, that means you haven't done the project. The other points to be noted in the project for you to vote on is the construction of the speech. Whether it had a proper opening, whether it had a body into it, and whether the conclusion was done properly. The conclusion in any speech is very important, where you can emphasize on the main points of your speech, as that leaves a lasting impression on the audience. Next, you must look at the body language, the movement on the stage, the eye contact with the audience, your hand gestures, etc. Vocal variety. When you speak from one place to other place, another subject, you could probably enhance your voice or make it softer. The vocal variety gives you extra points. Adding humor or emotions in your speech will also give you some extra points. Whereas using written notes to read while you are speaking may give you negative votes. Of course, for the first two speeches, you can use the notes. But going third speech onwards, using the notes is very much discouraged. And it can give you a negative. Talking about the language, you can speak in simple English language. There's no negative points for it. But if you use some flowery language, and yes, if you put the word of the day in your speech, will definitely give you extra points. Now, all these points which I am trying to give it to you are guidelines from the Toastmasters International. Because when there is a contest, the judges are giving these guidelines based on. Of course, during the contest there is no project, so that point is valid in the actual contest. But when you are doing the chapter meeting, it is actually the most important point to finish your project objectives first. So with that note, please remember, not only for the voters, but for the speakers, try to get these points in your speech, and the voting should be done accordingly. The reason why I am bringing this subject to you, because I have seen in the past, some people bring their friends and relatives to support and get the votes for themselves. Some people vote just because they felt the speech was from heart. But speaking from the heart does not mean that it's a good speech. There could be there's no opening or end to the speech. You just speak what you like. But here we are not just here to hear your story. Here we are here to teach you how to construct your speech. Among us, there are a lot of teachers who teach in the schools every day. They are confident speakers. Yet they become the member of the Toastmasters. Why? Because they want to learn how to construct a speech. That is what you join the Toastmasters for. So please do it correctly. Thank you. The final point I want to mention here is the timing. Every project has been given a certain time to finish. And it is very important that you finish within the time, or you will be disqualified. Anybody running short of time or over the time will not be qualified to get a vote. So the speakers must make a proper timing. When you write your speech, memorize it, say it, time it. Because without that, you will not get any vote.